active for tonight?
No, he just got back, so we're dealing with the personal stuff. So.
What'd you guys like about Peggy to give him an opportunity?
Yeah, I think right now, you guys have seen IKF's not in the lineup again tonight. He's dealing with some lower body stuff, and I think we just wanted to make sure that we had a situation where we had another shortstop here right now. We knew Strat was probably not going to be available today, so we just want to make sure that we're protected.
Is that something with IKF that flared up in the last couple games?
2 days ago. 2 days ago. 2 days ago he came out of the game. We didn't know where it was at. We wanted to give him the off day of the day game yesterday, and then just after talking to him last night, after the ceremony, and I called Donnie, talked to him, just figured it was better to give him another day, but not having another shortstop here was a little concerning to us, and we made sure that we were functionally able to fill that.
How do you like Tree at short?
I think he does a really good job of short. I mean, there's really no place on the field that I feel uncomfortable with Tree defensively, and that includes, well, I'm not catching. I've never seen him catch, but even in the outfield, we saw him play the outfield a little bit last year. He played in spring training. He's just a really good defender. So, that's I'm comfortable with that.
That's the position he's played the least for you. It seems like that was a pretty smooth transition.
Yeah, I mean, he does a good job of getting his work done in all different places and where it's at. But yeah, after going back and watching the game last night, he made the nice play in the hole, and he's got the arm strength for it. His feet move well. He's good around the bag. So yeah, no issues with it whatsoever.
When you're deciding who to bring up in those type of situations, like you brought Z up earlier this year, and now you bring Peggy, like what I guess goes into that?
Yeah, I think that's a really good question. There's a lot of conversations that happen between Ben and Michael Chernow, who is our farm director, and then with Chris Truby and the staff in Indy. And then ultimately it's like who we think the best fit is, but there is inputs from the guys that are with them day to day in terms of like, hey, we feel this is a good fit. We look at our schedule, who we're playing, what we need. I think there's a ton of factors that go into that.
Bart's been swinging a pretty strong bat for you guys this year, just finding a way to get on base. What have you felt about, or what have you observed with his at-bats and just what he's been able to do offensively so far?
I think he's carried over from last year. I mean, we knew he made the swing change before he got to us, and that before he got to us was like even going into last offseason in his approach, and did a really nice job last year when we got him, and I think he's just continued to carry that on. He's swinging at the right pitches. He has good at-bats. He doesn't try to do too much, and again, I think we've seen that carry over from last year.
Is it nice to see that carry over from spring training too? Because it seemed like he was doing the same during the spring.
100%. It shows that there's substance to it. There's foundation. Foundation's probably a better word. There's foundation to the approach and the adjustment that he made.
Shelton, with O'Neill, the 12 stolen bases, not caught stealing, how much do you see, is there an improvement in his base running? Is it because of the jumps, or is it more a matter of confidence and conviction that you're seeing the improvement?
Yeah, that's an interesting question. I don't know if I can answer it one way or another. I would say it's probably a combination of both. I would never having an injury of that significance, there's probably a level of confidence in being able to move and how he moves and where it goes from last year to this year. But I do think he's improved as a base stealer. You look at his jumps are better, his reads are better, his slides are better, which sounds funny, but where he's getting to, how he's getting to. I think it's a combination of things. I would be hard pressed to say though that the second part of that question, Kevin, in terms of, he feels better and he's more confident, that it has not led to it, helped lead to it.
There's been some struggles recently with the front end of the bullpen, and I know a lot of that stems from the back end with Lawrence being out, with Santana being away for a few days. But is there any concern with that with the struggles over the last couple of days?
We have to make better pitches. I think that's the thing. I mean, even looking at the game yesterday, again, watching it a little bit on my phone and then rewatching it today, we got into some good counts. We gave up some 0-2, right? We gave up 0-2 hit. We gave up a 1-2 homer to Suzuki. There was an 0-2 pitch to Bush where he got the base hit. We're getting ourselves into good counts. We need to finish hitters, and I think that would probably be the place where we need to focus.
It's kind of a similar thing with Paul yesterday with two of the splinkers that were left up. Did you see anything when you watched that back of how he pitched?
It looked like he wasn't as fluid in his delivery. I mean, I think not even from those pitches there, but just the arm side misses. I mean, he walked 3 guys in a row the 1 inning, and again, this is from watching it or seeing it yesterday through the kind of the graph and then watching it today. It's just arm side misses that were higher, which are very uncharacteristic of him, and that would mainly lead to believe that like he wasn't in sync with his delivery.
Yeah, it looked like all three home runs came on pitches that were supposed to be up and away or up and into Tucker.
Right.
Was it like a similar mechanic thing?
Yeah, I think it was just the intent was there and the execution because of the delivery wasn't as consistent as we've seen in the past.
Shelton, back to O'Neill, with him batting leadoff, you've seen how well he's hitting. How much have you seen that kind of be a catalyst for your offense? How much have you seen him getting on first and being able to steal second being something that's important for the guys behind him?
Combination of both. You know, I mean, anytime you can hit with a runner at second base early in the game, but I think he's provided a spark at the top for us. And you know, it's one of those things. He'd hit there before. We moved him to protect Brian, moved him back. He's given us a spark, and I think that has led to more consistent and better offensive at bats throughout.
Do you feel pretty good about that top three in the lineup?
Yeah, very good. I mean, I feel good. I mean, I think Valdez is swinging the bat well. I mean, he had the pinch hit the other night. You know, the batting average probably isn't where it was, but I would be shocked if the OPS, I mean, I haven't looked at it in 2 days, it's probably 750-ish, 760-ish. He's taking really aggressive swings. Going to your point, Joey's done a good job. So, like, yeah, I think we're starting to solidify and be more consistent. And, you know, part of that consistency is health. Not just from guys being on the IL, but Brian getting back on the field so Kutch gets back in there, you know, on a more consistent basis has definitely helped us.
Looking at Bart, from a game planning perspective, like nothing that shows up on the stat sheet per se, but just how he interacts with the pitching staff, how he goes about game planning, just working with guys heading into individual starts and whatnot. Just since he's been in the org, just how have you noticed how he goes about his business in that fashion?
He spends a lot of time preparing on it. He's one of the first guys here. He takes pride in it, which I think is really important for catchers to be able to do. But the amount of time and effort that he spends going through each guy, I think is, you know, it shows.
Is that rubbed off on Henry too in his preparation?
Henry's done it since the day he got drafted. You know, I mean, Henry goes full throttle on everything. So I'm not saying that it hasn't had, you know, there's been any adverse effect or either way, but when Henry's committed to something, he's going all in on it. And he's done a good job of that, I mean, since day one, I think.